to the markets to go get business. They're the business people, the economy that we do not acknowledge, but they are there, and they go every day, every now and again, every week. Somebody's traveling either to Guinea, either to any Luma up in the country, and they are involved in these fatal accidents. And so a strategy to eradicate that is so welcome. It's so welcome. We need to find ways to be able to do, and it involves a lot of factors, not just one person or one thing is responsible for the roads. We have people that we have more challenges than the Western world, because in the Western world they don't have Okadas. The Okada is here and it's pretty prevalent in West Africa, used as a commercial means of transport, or in Africa. And in other air countries, they use the bike or mopeds, but more as a form of transport, and it's more a capital development. And that means the human being is sacred. Anybody that dies is a loss, dies prematurely, is a loss to our nation. Because that person, I've known people who have studied, so engineers, people who can contribute to this country, doctors who can contribute immensely to this country, have died prematurely on road accidents. I know many people, some people came here maybe by bike, or you see the helmet is smell. I don't know where. Or there's a COVID, they will still wear a helmet. And the head controls everything. That's where the brain is. And it controls every other thing. The moment that's damaged, that's it, you're done. You're dead. So in fact, on your bike, as you're on the bike without a helmet, you're a dead man riding. You're a dead woman riding. And then we take our most precious, our children, who the government pays for, now we give them free education. And we put them right on the tank of the bike, in the front, where there's a sharp break. The child propels out like a bullet. An analogy is like you having a child on an airplane and you wear a parachute and you jump out of the plane with your child. All the bike riders come around and eradicate these things to minimize the deaths on the road. Should be welcome to us. It's very, very important. It's so important because it's one thing that should help us reduce the deaths from road traffic accidents or crashes. Because they don't call them accidents again, because people know what they should be doing and they do it anyway. There's speed. There's speed limits on the roads that you go in all the provinces. 80 kilometers per hour. 50 kilometers when there's a housing or community. People go at 140, 120, even through these communities. And guess what? Docks, really they call docks. If you park and we use the seatbelts always, and that's because of punitive measures that were put in place. But you guess what? They put human capital development that His Excellency is talking about is maintained. That the poverty, the war against poverty is maintained, that we'll fight that poverty and reduce that poverty. That our children that we care for so much, that is given a free quality education, that they live to grow into adults and provide back and feedback to this nation. I applaud the SLRSA for this venture and for going in and doing this, both the management team and the team that's here that is in support, the drivers union, the bike riders union, the KK union, all of us, all the people in the road transport, the Ministry of Road and Transport, Ministry of and Aviation, for hosting us and for ensuring that this happens, because it's a long time coming that we have a strategic plan after the others what we've had, so that we can use this for the next 5 years to see how we can reduce road traffic crashes and the deaths that follow when these crashes happen. I think I'm talking too much. Thank you very much. Africa is one of the continents where we record, and Sierra Leone being a part of Africa, we record the highest number of road crashes and road deaths. And we have fewer roads than many other continents, other areas of the world, and we have fewer vehicles. than other areas of the world, yet we record the highest number of deaths. And as the chairman has just said, many of the deaths that happen are with our breadwinners, people who go out and come back home and bring food for the home. And after that death, the children are left in poverty, and they might not even continue schooling. They maintain dropouts, and life becomes very difficult when we lose a breadwinner. And one of the wars that His Excellency has in his manifesto is to fight, is a peaceful war, he calls it, but a fight against poverty. And we lose so many people from road crash every year. As we say, it's one of the areas where we have, apart from malaria, I think it came up nearly that we have, it's one of the leading causes of death now in our country, in our nation. And it more affects the younger generation, the youth, the 15s to 35s. They're the ones more affected, and women, because in our society we know that the women do most of the bringing